All right, everyone, we are back live at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. We're playing in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And we've got a great matchup for you here. Naomi Williams taking on Amalia Matas. Great style matchup here. Amalia from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Naomi, the Canadian gal from Toronto, Ontario. Naomi's a 633 Fargo. Amalia's a 676, so pretty close matchup here as far as the Fargo ratings go. Amalia opens up this match with a pretty nice break shot. She's made a ball. She's got to look at the one. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube for this match. Make sure you're clicking that share button lots for me. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. And I'll follow along with the comments on both. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it. And if you'd like to follow along with the brackets for this tournament, they're on ProBilliardSeries.com. And we also have another event running alongside this one. It's the CSI Western Canadian Championships playing on the newly unveiled Predator 7-foot league tables. And we have two other streams in the room. One will be live again tomorrow with the team event. That's our other Q Sports live stream on Facebook. Rod Arriagada rocking out on the mic the last couple days, doing a great job, working long hours. We love having him. And of course the arena table, the Predator arena table, table 1 if you're looking at the draw. That is live on World Billiard TV on YouTube. And it looks like they got a couple of fantastic guests over the last few matches. This one, it looks like they got Tim DeRuyter sitting in with Canada's #1 gal, Brittany Bryant. So make sure you show them some love as well. Good evening, Doug from Minnesota. Thank you very much for the kind words. Joe Elliott, my man from Texas. And Felicity Schmidt, howdy from BC. Wait, BC. That's close. Are you coming to Alberta after by any chance? So Naomi here at the table now in the white and black shirt. Looks like she's full ball hooked on the 2, possibly the edge, in which case she might be able to get behind the 5 here for a safety. And she does. What a shot. What a fantastic shot. She's put Amalia in jail here. I don't know if she can see between the 6-10 to find a hit here. If she can straighten it out and hit it. If she can't, she might be in big trouble. The 2-rail path is also blocked by the 10. I think she doesn't have it. Is there a 2-rail path from the bottom rail to the right side rail to get contact on the 2? There may be, and she is left-handed. So it's possible she could reach it. No, she can't reach it from there. So she would need the rest in order to play that ball, and that makes it way tougher. So she's gone back to this other side rail, massing to get there. And cue ball bit a little too much with the spin, so no contact on the 2 means ball in hand for Naomi. With a pretty nice layout to put this first game on the board. I think she's got to shoot the 2 in the top right. Well, assuming it didn't go on the bottom right, but it does. So 2 in the bottom right, and the 3 is nice and close by in the left-hand side. The ball's laying nice here for her to win this first game. Stop shot leaves her perfect on the purple 4. 5's right near the green 6. 7 over the side pocket. This is a beautiful layout to start this match if your name is Naomi. Joey from Ebb and Flow, what's up, pal? Felicity just visiting family solo. Well, we'll see you one day soon, I'm sure. Love to have you and John back. Well, John back, and would love to have you there as well. David Moore and everyone else just tuning in. We're at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open, playing in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And if you are in the area, come check out the action. We're going to be live all day tomorrow, all day Saturday. And there is no charge to get in to watch the events. Completely free. So Naomi looking good on this 7 ball. A little soft roll, little drag shot. Slow down the cue ball, looking good on the 8. Kept the cue ball good distance off the rail so she can get underneath it. Draw back for the 10. Got a little more draw than she'd like. She wanted to stun it a little more than draw it. Nonetheless, I wouldn't think it would pose as an issue with how straight this gal shoots. Of course, being a Canadian boy myself, I've seen Naomi play plenty. Oh, she undercuts it. Definitely an unexpected miss from Miss Williams. Although she has left a real tester for Amalia. I'm not sure if she has a high percentage play here. I think she has to bank this ball, to play the bank into one of the top corners. Depends which one she likes best. There is another play here where you can bank the 10 up to the top rail and leave the cue ball near the bottom right corner, but that one can get away from you pretty easy. And it looks like that is what she's going to play. And I kind of like that shot. I do play this shot plenty in rotation games. You kind of put it on your opponent to find a shot. She got the double kiss. Is this going to hang up over the side? It's not. So a pretty tricky little shot for Naomi here. She's going to cut this up into the top left corner. Thank you, Felicity. We got Warren Mann tuning in from Brunswick, Georgia. So let's see how still she can stay on this shot. She gets down the ball real well, stays super still. That's going to be a key on this one. Tough shot, real tough shot. She's not going to leave an easy one again. This is no walk in the park. Although we've seen this Amalia play before, and she shoots deadly straight. Really deadly straight. Well, let's see how still she stays on the ball. Deadly still. You don't get to wear that Predator patch on your shirt if you're not shooting straight as an arrow. And these ladies are playing on these beautiful Predator Apex pool tables. Super sleek design. I personally love how flush the pockets are. I also love the sound of the ball pocketing. Great acoustics to these tables. And we do have limited availability. Wow, might be getting a little tired. Limited availability on the newly unveiled 7-foot Predator League table. So if you'd like to get your hands on one of those, send us a message or shoot us an email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Only 15 of them up for grabs. And they're telling us the next ones available won't be until mid of next year, mid of 2023, as majority of the newly manufactured tables will be going to Shannon Benson to supply the BCA event. Ball is drained into the top left on a nice little shot from Naomi, playing the billiard off the side of the 1 to make the 2. So let's see what she finds here. The 310 is possibly available, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of that. I would probably try to get maybe shape for the 3 in the side, although I'm not sure she even had that availability. So it will be the 310 combination to try to get herself on the board here early in the first set. If you're just tuning in to this event, these ladies will play a best of 3 sets. If they tie 1 set apiece, the 3rd set will be a spot shot shootout. And she absolutely drills the 10 ball in the center of the pocket. Naomi Williams tying this match up at 1, racing to 4. They're playing with this amazing cloth. I love this cloth. We just got brand new cloth on all the tables at my homeroom, Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta. And it plays super sweet. And I've got great feedback from all the players about the cloth. Winner breaks format here at the WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. Naomi Williams break, all squared up at 1. She didn't make a ball, but I'm fairly certain this 1 ball isn't available to pot into the top right, so probably gonna have to try to find some sort of safety here. And it's not easy because the 1 ball can double kiss the cue ball a lot here. It can also crash into the 8. So this one's a little tough to control. I think she's going to try to bank the 1 between the 5-8 and hold the cue ball up underneath the 8-5. And she crashed into the 8 with the 1 and the cue ball. Gotten away with. Holds her hand up in apology. I don't think Naomi can see enough of this ball to pot it, but she may be able to see some of it. If you're just tuning in, do me a big favor, click that share button. That is all we ask of our fans for these free streams. Looks like a really good shot from Naomi. Using the 10 to slow the cue ball. And using the 6 to slow the 1 ball. Very nice shot. Amalia is going to reach for the rush air jump cue. This cue gets up and over the ball super easy. Let's see how accurate she can be with it. Leonard wants to know cost of a 7 or 9 footer of these tables. 7 footer $69.95 US dollar, 9 footer $89.95 US dollar. Look like a clean hit, but she missed the pot. So she's going to leave it for Naomi, who can make this one ball in the left side pocket. She needs to move this cue ball quite a bit, though. We'll see if she can get down here again for this 2-10 combination. It's possible. It's possible with the way these balls lay that might be all she can do. The 5 is mostly in the way of getting shape on the 2 to pot it in the bottom left at an ideal angle, but she might be able to shoot that from a little distance instead. What a stroke, but where is this going to end up? Clipping the 9 and full ball hooked. So she's quickly called the 10. She's going to kick into this ball and try to make the 10. Yeah, no problem, Leonard. Dip into the piggy bank. Buy yourself a table. I've always said a pool table is not a bad investment. It's similar to a pool cue. They don't really lose value. They hold the value well. So if nothing else, not a bad investment. Oh, good hit on the 2. But I think she may have left a 2-10 combination for her opponent. Mind you, looks very thin. Let's check the side angle quickly. That does not look makeable. Unless she could kick to the end rail to hit the 2 and cut it towards the 10. Our CSI referee, Warren Venny, coming in for a closer inspection as well. He'll need to be close to this one in case she decides, just in case she decides to play the billiard. Which I don't think she was playing the billiard, but she did, and she hung it. It almost cheated its way in there. I didn't even think that shot was on. I thought that shot was always hanging there, but it nearly went in. So Naomi has this 2 ball into the upper left. It'll go rail first off the 6. It's just going to be a little tricky to play position on the 3. You don't want to be hitting this 2 ball too hard. Eric, yeah, for sure. Guess the billiard was on. Was she trying to make the 10 there? She may have been trying to make the 10 there. Draw back and make the 10. I don't think so, but it's possible. Didn't hear what she called. I wouldn't think she would be trying that, but you never know. Let's see what Amalia's got here. I think she's got to play this 2 ball and break out the 3. Is she looking at the 10 as well? Playing the cue ball off the right side of the 2 with the right spin to try to make the 10? I think she could just cut this 2 in, break the 3. Then she might have something on the 10 after. I guess it's not a bad shot. She knew what she was doing there. She knew that it was going to be Naomi's choice to play this shot or make her shoot it. And Naomi was just clarifying the rule as well. 10-ball rules, you'd have to call the ball in the pocket. So since Amalia called the 10, but she made the 2, it means Naomi has the choice to make her shoot again or take on this shot. And she's going to make her shoot again, which I believe is the correct choice from the way these balls lay. Amalia might try the same shot again, spinning off the left side of the 3, try to make the 10 with the cue ball. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other options here. You definitely don't want to bank the 3 to the right side of the table. That's going to give Naomi the ability to pot the 10 in some shape or form. Bit of a mess now for sure. 4-ball is just in jail up there. That was why Amalia was hesitant to cut the 2 in and break the 3. So has she called the 10 here? I don't think she's called anything yet. But she might make a verbal call and I wouldn't know what it is, as I'm just far enough away that I can't hear what the players are saying. And I think, again, she's made a ball in a wrong pocket. Naomi has the option, once again, to make Amalia shoot if she chooses. It looks like she's thinking about cutting this ball in, but does she call the 10 as well? Both players trying to billiard the 10. Shooting the purple 4 here. Yeah, Bruce, I thought she might give it back too. I do think that's probably the right choice. Give this one back as well. But you hate to have your opponent just billiard in the 10. It's also not a bad idea to just try to cut the 4 in, and there's a lot of ways to get safe there if you do happen to miss it. Oh, and she hit it super pure. And she didn't call the 4. She called the 10, I think. Yeah, it looks like Amalia is getting out of her chair, so a couple of times. That's 3 fluked balls we've seen when they were trying to make the 10. Kind of a one-off rack going on here. We don't see this very often. Calling the 10 again. Too funny. Sometimes rotation pool can be like this. It just gets a little clogged up. Let's see what she does here. If she's going to attack the 10 with the cue ball off 2 rails, or if she tries to play it safe. I think she has to attack this. Both these ladies fighting very hard. Winner is going to get into the final 16 single elimination stages. The loser will be exiting the tournament. It's going to be close. It's got to be real close. It's got to be real close. Oh my goodness. And worst case scenario, she's put the 6 right on top of the 10 and put the 5 over the side, and Naomi's going to roll this 5 in, play the 6-10 combo, and take a 2-1 lead in this first set. And she missed it. Kind of awkward cueing near the 6, and I think that was just enough to cause her to miss that ball, but she might have left the same shot again for Amalia. It could be a little easier now because I think all she really needs to do is hit the 6 to make the 10. And it's a much bigger window, a lot of room for error there. So same shot, left side of the 5, left spin on the cue ball, 2 rails into the 6 to make the 10. Just every once in a while, these tables kind of lay out like this. And it's kind of funny where the 9 is, you know. If the 9 wasn't there, she would have already banked 5 into the 6 to make the 10. And she got it this time. Sigh of relief from her there. as that rack was a little bit funny. 2-1, Amalia leading in this race to 4, set number 1. Playing with the amazing Arcos 2 balls. I'm a huge fan of them, and you can see the beautiful Predator rack there as well. We do have those for sale at the event if you're interested. Ton of good feedback about the rack as well. Yeah, Bruce, I gave her the commentator curse on the side shot there, hey? Not intentionally, mind you. Mostly could never be intentional, as I don't really believe in the commentator curse. Amalia to break, leading 2-1. We watched her break a little bit earlier in the tournament. She hits it real hard. She hit that one nice, but she's coming up dry. And she's left the shot on the 1. And this is a very good layout for Naomi to try to tie this match up. The 2 ball leads to the 3 ball really easy, and the 5 is right there. So the 4, sorry, is right there. The 5 goes in both corners, which is important. From our camera perspective here, it looks like it has lots of room to pass the 10 into the lower left. It certainly goes in the lower right. So I think the key shot here in this rack will be the 4 to the 5. Everything else lays pretty nice. Stop shot here should do it. She's hitting the balls nice and clean, not letting up. So being that the 4 to the 5 is the key shot, this shot is very important too, to get the correct angle on the 4, but it doesn't matter if you don't make the 3. These side pockets are eating her alive right now. Those shots are a little tricky. I mentioned earlier that inside spin on that cut into the side on new cloth, it tends to want to deflect quite a bit more, and you'll overcut it a ton. Amalia is well short of where she wanted to be here. So what she's looking at there is how much angle can she accept on the 5? And does she need to do extra to get closer to it? Yeah, that deflection, Leonard. That deflection. It's getting a lot of players. Certainly new cloth that always slides a little more, so it will deflect a little more. Players need to make that adjustment. Elizabeth says, announcer person, based on your knowledge, what does a 14-100 ball runner typically have Fargo rate-wise? It can be very varying, but I would say 100 ball runner in 14-1 if they play the game quite often. Really good question. I think it could vary anywhere from maybe 700 to, I mean, of course, all the way up to 800 plus, but yeah, I would think 700-ish, depending on the table, of course, too. If you're playing on a tight pocket table, running 100 balls is pretty high level straight pool. So Amalia let that cue ball run a little bit far, and now she's cueing over this 10, which makes the 7 quite a bit more difficult to control. She needs to draw back, I think, to play the 8 in the side next. We'll see if she elevates the back end and gets real low on this cue ball. And she sort of tried to stun it over in order to play the 8 into the lower left next, but she missed the pot. And look at this for second prize. Full ball hooked on the 8 with only, I think, the top rail to kick from. I'd say she's a heavy favorite to make the ball. It's just a matter of where the cue ball goes after. She's got to avoid the 10. So I like that she looked at the second rail there. That'll be a key in this shot. Top rail, side rail, cut the 7 in, send the cue ball over to the left side of the table. These are very tricky angles to get correct, though. Especially on a slippery cloth. Very hard to judge. And she's miscalculated how much the slide would take on the rail. Just missed it off the second rail, so ball in hand for Amalia. Second chance at the 7 ball. Is this in a casino? Because they're both a bit lucky tonight, says Leonard. Yeah, they've had a couple of rolls of the ball. But no, this is not in a casino. But there is one nearby. She goes 2 rails here, yeah. Use the second rail. Small bounce out. That way she could shoot the 8 into the side or the corner. She's not exactly thrilled with where she landed here, though. She got kind of in a funny spot. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Maybe small stun follow to shoot the 9 in the top right. Oh, and she's missed it. And these side pockets are very tight. We saw Naomi miss a couple of side shots. Now we've seen Amalia miss one. They are very tight going into those sides. Something John Schmidt noted as he was playing on the Predator table in Calgary when he spent a few weeks with us there. We had some good chats about it. This one's going to leak way out and sit right over the side. Naomi can't be happy about that. Amalia's going to have a pretty routine shot on this 8, although she had a similar shot a minute ago and missed it. I can't see her making the same mistake again. Leonard says he's in for the casino. Let's go for a shot and beer. Not tonight for this guy. As soon as this match is over, I'm getting dinner, going straight to bed. I'm exhausted. Look outside pocket. Whew. When she first hit that, I thought it was going straight in the drink, but stayed on the table. She got a shot on this 10 to put herself on the hill in the first set of this match to get into the final 16. Indeed, she drains the 10. Playing with these fabulous arena lights engineered by Lucid Ball Sports. Amazing. Even the picture that's on your screen there really just shows how clean the difference is. And one thing I really like is how high the light sits up and how thin it is and how clean it can make the room look. So it's not clogging up everyone's vision across the room, so to say. Also available through Q Sports Live are those lights, so let us know if you want to get your hands on one. Amalia still breaking from relatively the same spot. I thought she might move it over a little further. A little further away from center, I think. Was slightly more effective. Yeah, and very little shadow happening with the way these lights sit. I think Naomi is probably not thrilled with the way that last rack went. And she just fired at that one. Looked pretty fearless there. Maybe she can gear this up and make a comeback in this first set. I'm sure all the Canadian fans out there want to see it. She had to do a lot with that cue ball, but she did extremely miss-hit that shot. You don't expect that from a player of Naomi's ability. Maybe just slightly frustrated from the way things have unfolded. Amalia's miss-hit this one unless she was always planning on a safety next. Oh, and it looks real good. She's got this one in absolute jail. Tucked in behind the 9. Naomi will have one rail hit. Fantastic shot there from Amalia. She made that one look way easier than it was. Oh, and that's a tricky little shot. It's usually not so difficult for experienced players. The problem being, we get on this slick cloth, this brand new cloth, and we misjudge how much it's going to slide. We start second guessing ourselves a little bit. And we saw it slide quite a bit there, and she missed the hit. So ball in hand for Amalia, try to clean up this first set. The balls lay nice. 5-ball next up near the top left corner, and the 6 over the side pocket is a huge help here. Because not only does she not have to do a ton from the 5 to the 6, but the 6 to the 7 becomes much easier as well. Which, in turn, makes the 8 a lot easier. These balls that are near a hole, they can be your best friend, that's for sure. So she'll be very precise with where she wants to leave the cue ball to play the 7 and swing the cue ball around to the 8 ball after. Looks like she's overran this one a touch. She could just draw this one straight back, I think. I think she's straight enough to just draw it. She looks like she's hitting high ball, so going forward 2 rails. And she's played it absolutely beautifully. Now she'll come around one more, double check the angle that she wants on the 9. Nice stroke there. Close to straight, but just off is perfect. You could see her wave her hand. She wanted that one a little off the rail. Smooth draw back. You can see that smooth cue action that Amalia's got. Very talented player. She gets down on the ball real quick, doesn't waste any time, and it's super easy to watch as well. She wastes no time taking the first set. 4-1. Well, it looks like Amalia is just going to take a quick break, so I'm just going to run to the washroom quick as well. I'll be right back, everyone. And we're back from the timeout with the break off. Looks to be a successful break from Naomi there, crushing it down the middle. Makes a ball, and she's got a shot at the one here. Played to absolute perfection, perfect shape on the two. So I think this layout is not too bad, but obviously the 5-ball, the orange 5 on the right side rail, is in a very precarious spot. So the 4 to the 5 will be the key shot, and the 5 to this green 6 up table is not going to be easy either. Being that the 5-ball is tough, it's going to be extremely difficult to get precise shape on it. I think she tried to draw back and develop it. Well, she didn't get the worst of it. She's left no makeable shot here, in my opinion, for Amalia, although I guess 3-8 combination is potentially possible, but certainly she'll find a safety. Maybe trying to use the 5, leaving the 3 near the 8. 2 rails back and forth. Get the cue ball on the right side rail. Or she tried to go under the 4 and under the 6. Very close to a fantastic shot. She still left this very tough for Naomi. Long way away. Cue ball on the rail. No sure way to pot this ball and get shape on the 4. So she'll have to roll it in and take what she can get on the 4. And she does super well to even pot that ball. She would have loved the cue ball to slow down just a little bit more. She's going to be slightly hampered by the 8 ball here. And the referee coming in to keep a close eye on the 8. They are playing all ball fouls. And the fact that she was hampered by that 8 made her masse the ball a little bit. And she didn't get the hit on the 4. Very unexpected mistake. Amalia with ball in hand, but the 10 ball has landed in a pretty awkward spot for her here. So although Naomi didn't hit the 4, she's gotten a little bit fortunate putting the 10 over there in the way of the 5. All Amalia can do here is get the cue ball near the middle of the table and take a heavy cut on the 5. And she miscues it. And now it's going to be, I believe, a safety. I believe full into the 5 here with a stop shot, send the 5 around 3 rails. And as long as you don't somehow pot it in the top right or underhit it like she almost did, then it's hard to sell that one out. I don't think Naomi can see enough to pot this 5. So it looks like a successful safety. Nathan Hill wants to know if I play at all. I do. I play a little. I play a little. I don't really have any back information on Amalia. First time seeing her play. First time at this event, I should say. So a tough little shot from Naomi is missed, and Amalia with another chance here at this rack. Half ball cut on this 5. Cue ball's got to go back and forth. 2 rails, I believe. She could maybe just float this 1 rail, but yeah, I think the back and forth is the best path. The most positive stroke. She's just double checking the 7 to make sure she doesn't play a careless shot. Straight in is fine. 8's over the hole, 10's over the hole. Nathan Hill, I have indeed commentated before, and thank you for the nice comment there. I appreciate all the nice comments today. I have done commentary before, and I do play okay. 728 Fargo rating with about 5,600 games in the system or so. And I've been part of Q Sports Live for about 5 years now. Very proud to be a part of the team. And we have a fantastic team. A lot of hardworking, dedicated people who really love the game. Amalia puts the first game on the board in the second set here. She's carrying on right where she left off from the last set. 1-0 racing to 4 here. Alongside this event, we have the 2022 CSI Western Canadian Championships playing on the newly unveiled Predator 7-foot league tables. Beautiful tables. They weren't kidding when they said it was the quietest table in the world. I couldn't believe how quiet those tables are. I kept thinking the ball was getting stuck in the ball return. And it wasn't. You just couldn't hear it rolling down through the tracks or even dropping in the tray. Amazing tables. Amalia moving cue ball over the side rail here. Changing it up a bit. Just trying to get a ball in and go from there is the thought when you break from the side rail like that, playing 10 ball. Oftentimes we can practice a break from near the middle where we can get the 2 balls behind the 1 going to the side pockets, and we can sort of control the 1 up near one of the top corners, but when it's not working, you gotta switch it up. Sign of experience there from Amalia. And a push out from Naomi. If you're new to rotation games, push out is a shot that can be played after the break and only after the break. You can push the cue ball anywhere you want. You can hit any ball. You can pocket any ball. The deal is your opponent gets the choice of taking on the shot or making you shoot again. So what you saw Naomi do there was try to push the 4 into a bad spot and also leave no shot on the 1, forcing Amalia to try to find some sort of safety. And it looks like she's not got the safe, but left a little under 9 feet of distance between these 2 balls. And there's a very small window to get on the 2 ball next year. Blue 2 balls, the next ball up on the top rail. And thanks, Eves. 7-2-8's okay, I guess, for now. Try to boost that one up soon. Nathan wants to know how I feel about the European Open with the break from the box. As a spectator, loved it. Loved it. I was getting super bored with them just making the wing ball every time on the break and running out way too much. I love the strategy of the game. I want to see both players battle. I want to see the break be a struggle. I want to see lots of push-outs like we saw there. So I'm personally a huge fan of it. But it's not for everyone. I totally get that. Very nice little safety shot from Naomi there. Amalia's got the air rush out. And the nice thing about the air rush, the 3-piece, so she's taking the back piece off to take a little weight out of the back end because she needs that cue ball to get up and down in a hurry. And what a shot. What a shot she's just played. Made that look super, super easy. Unbelievable. This gal came to play in this last match tonight. She is hunting for that final 16. And correct, Eric, in Facebook. Exactly like 9-ball is the push-out. You don't have to hit a rail. You don't have to hit a ball. You can do anything. A long way away from this 3. She's going to try to find a safety here. Swing the cue ball around behind the 9-10. And how did she hit it? Looks like it just leaked out. I thought she hit it perfect. Still putting the heat on Naomi here to try to find her way back down for the 4. James with a great question. Who made the final 16? You can find the brackets on ProBilliardSeries.com, but I got it open right here, James, so I got your back. I will check it out for you, and let's see who's already qualified for the final 16. We have Sarah Rocha and Amber Chen, Ailul Kibaroglu and Brittany Bryant, Ashley Burrows and Meiti Ropero Garcia, Kelly Fisher and Sakura Muramatsu. Those are the 8 that qualified through the winner's side. And on the 1-loss side, qualified so far, we have Kristina Zlateva and Joanne Ashton, as well as Tamami Okuda and Allison Fisher. So 4 more players to qualify tonight. The winner of Taruko and Bean, the winner of Jody and Carolyn, the winner of Dawn and Kyoko, who are on the arena table right now, and the winner of this match that we're currently watching. And I can give you a couple of score updates on the other matches. Kyoko on the arena table leading the first set 3-2. Jody and Carolyn with no score yet. So possibly the tablet not updating over there. And Taruko has lost the first set 4-0 to Bean, and Bean currently leads the second set 1-0. And yes, Eric, 10 ball, you have to call every shot. You just have to call the ball in the pocket. Going for an early 10 here. This actually lays nice, pretty thin on the 4. Should make thin on the 10. But not quite. Nathan wants to know who my favorite player is. And my name's Ben Francis, by the way. Nathan, if you're curious. My favorite player is Alex Peggyline. As far as male players go, my favorite female player is Brittany Bryant. I'm also a huge fan of the likes of some of the other top players nowadays. Joshua Filler, really love his style of play. Jason Shaw, love that extra firepower and that fast pace. That's my kind of style of pool. Naomi with a very important rack in this match after losing the first set. She does not want to be going down 2-0 in this second set. Oh, and she didn't get a big enough bounce. She's going to be hooked on the 7. And going for the short cue, and she can't be thrilled about it. A couple of small, very small mistakes from Naomi so far. Certainly could be a factor of sort of a late night match. Not easy to stay focused throughout the day, and then definitely fatigue can become a factor, and your mind doesn't always do what your arm wants it to. Or your arm doesn't do what your mind wants it to. I still don't put it past her jumping this ball in. This lays pretty nice. Close to straight. And she drills it. And how good do these girls jump? Unbelievable. 2 really high-level jump shots. Yeah, Jason Shaw going to try to beat the straight pool record soon. I'm going to be watching that. I love watching straight pool, especially those high run attempts. That's pure entertainment for me. I always learn something. Naomi misses the 8. That could be a very, very costly mistake in this match. I think the 8 passes the 10 into the lower right, and if it does, Amalia is going to punish her for that mistake and most likely be taking a 2-0 lead here in the second set. Yeah, Chris Melling style, Gomez break. Who doesn't love Roberto Gomez's break? He's a super likable guy too, Roberto. He just has so much fun while he plays pool. It's very, very fun to watch. And yeah, of course, James, I'm going to pick a Canadian. Of course. Some other female players that I enjoy watching. Christina Tkach plays absolutely fabulous pool. Margaret Fefalova been playing really great lately too. And then, of course, who doesn't love watching Kelly and Allison Fisher? Allison in particular for me, because I've always been a big snooker fan. And I just love her solid snooker stance, and the pause in her stroke is very appealing. She looked a little jabby on that shot. Wasn't as smooth as we've seen her on some other shots. And an extra chance for Naomi here, but she doesn't look that thrilled about it, and I don't blame her. For Amalia to miss the ball by that much and leave it hung out to dry up here with not a lot of ways to get back to the 10 is a little bit fortunate. Although, big note here, if you're Naomi, you can't get discouraged in this spot. You have to be thrilled that you have a shot. Forget about what kind of shot it is. Just be thrilled you're at the table, because you shouldn't be. Smart shot there. Very smart play. You don't like the shot, find a safety. If you know the shot will not work, find a safety. Make your opponent do something. Don't just sell it out to them. Make them work. Oftentimes, as pool players, we play shots that we just know will not work. But we try them anyway, and we say, maybe it'll do something different than it did the first million times we shot it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What a shot. What a shot. That's reminiscent of David Alcade's bank shot. And this young Spanish lady has found a similar shot. Hailing all the way from Brazil. Long trip to come up to Canada here. She's, after making such a great shot on the 9, I would have never thought she would miss that 10, but it was very missable. Super tough shot. Thin cut from distance. Naomi won't mind. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm going to think this has to be majority to do with fatigue. You just never really see her hit the ball like that. I'm a little bit in shock. And I'm not going to lie, I think that has to be almost the beginning of the end. That could be a very crucial mistake. An extra chance and not taken advantage of. Amalia 2-0 now in this second set. Our fabulous CSI referee got the balls racked up nice and tight, and Amalia is going to break leading 2-0 in this second set. Looking to close this one out early and get herself a good rest for the final 16 tomorrow. Didn't have any success from the side rail breaking, so she moved it back to the center. Made a ball, but kind of lost the cue ball a little bit. So that's gone forward and left her no shot on the 1 ball. She'll be playing a push out. Speaking of Brittany Bombshell Bryant, she's in the commentary booth streaming the Predator Arena table on World Billiard TV on YouTube. Must be a real treat over there. Wealth of knowledge, that Brittany Bryant. Such a fantastic player. Number 2 ranked on the WPBA ranking list. Good push out there. Naomi put her instantly back in. Wants nothing to do with that shot, which is surprising and maybe a sign of frustration, because I think she should have took that shot on, but maybe she knew it was pretty difficult to hit it at the correct speed because Amalia underhit it. I thought it was pretty easy to get safe behind the 3 there. Nathan Hill, I did play at Legends. I was there last year to play the $500 entry 9-foot tournament. I also played Carlin Sanderson a couple of big exhibition sets. Beautiful pool room, loved it. The home of Gretzky, Brantford, Ontario. Even the owner Don there was nice enough to give me one of his shirts. So I even have a Legends shirt. Beautiful room that is. You're a lucky guy to have a nice pool room like that. Not everybody gets that luxury. I'm one of the lucky ones as well. My home pool room, leather pocket, beautiful place. Awesome tables, awesome room owner. One rail kick at the 1 ball. Looks like she's going to get this safe. As long as it slows down, or has this leaked out, it sure has. Possible cut shot into the side. The problem being it's pretty thin. The cue ball most likely goes into the 3. And even if you can somehow avoid the 3, the 7 is huge. No real way to get on the 2 next by cutting the 1 in the side. Let's see what she chooses here. She might try to find a safety, knowing that the cut in the side with position is maybe lower percentage than the safety. Yeah, she tries to tickle off the 3 and hold the cue ball there, but that was an extremely tough shot. Naomi's got an equally tough shot here. A lot of distance between the 1 and the cue ball. The 1 near the rail, oh, and she absolutely drills it. What a fantastic shot from Naomi. Maybe she can start building some confidence off of that shot and mount a comeback here. Definitely not out of this match yet, and the greatest thing about these races to 4 is you're never really out of it. No problem, Nathan. Yeah, that Don Leon seems like a great room owner. Takes a passionate pool player to be a good room owner, I think. So she's just trying to figure out if she wants to play the 3-7 combination next, or if she wants to play the 3 off the rail off the 7 in. Tend to think the 3-7 combination would be a little bit higher percentage, as you don't have to play position to the 4 off the 3 and risk having the 7 do something funny. She chooses another option, which was draw all the way over and play the 3 into the lower left. Very smart shot, very well controlled. She, I think, has a nice angle here to avoid the 7. I think with a touch of inside spin and sort of get the cue ball just a little north of where it is now. the inside spin got her again. The inside spin got her again. I'm finding that quite a bit, having practiced a little bit on the new cloth recently at my home pool room. Is the up and down I'm having no problem. It's the side to side on the cue ball where I'm miscalculating the amount of deflection, which I hope for my sake is just a matter of practice and repetition. But for Naomi's sake, it could be too little too late to adjust. Good shot from Amalia there, and she has an opportunity to make the 4 into the lower left. She's going to need a little draw on this cue ball, I believe. Over to the right side rail and back out towards the 9. She needs to make sure she hits this firm enough to clear the 8. Oh, and she went with the top spin, sent the cue ball between the 7-10. How confident is that? Man, she found that line really nice and didn't let up at all. Beautiful little shot. Putting the extension on here, a little extra reach. James is wondering when we'll put John's runs onto YouTube where it's easy to find. I think most of John's runs were on YouTube, weren't they? Not Legends Pool Hall in Beaverton, Oregon. No, James. Legends Pool Hall in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Oh, thanks, Nathan Hill. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe they'll let me in a, big major commentary booth one day. So Amalia, a little soft inside spin here, I think. A little left spin. Just to try to drag that cue ball off the left side rail down towards the 10. She decided to not even risk the siding, and that tells you a lot about how this is playing. She didn't even want to risk the siding to make the shot on the 10 easier. She's just going to take a thinner cut on the 10. And what a shot that was. Beautiful shot on the 10. To take a 3-0 lead, she's on the hill in this final match of the evening. Make sure you guys share that stream one more time for me. Big shout out to my home pool room, Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Absolutely love this place. They've always treated me like family. And they always do the absolute best they can for the players to make the experience top notch. Super clean place. Tables are always very clean. Balls are always very clean. The room owner is an absolute gem of a person. The manager is fantastic at what he does. And you just can't beat the crowd, having your friends around. And that is my favorite pool room, the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Make sure you check them out if you're ever in the area. What a fantastic break from Amalia here. Let's see if she can close this match out with a break and run. After winning the first set 4-1, she's looking at taking this set 4-0. Wants to go to bed early. How tight are the pockets at Leather Pockets, says Nathan. They're about 4 1/4, I think. They have 9 foots and 7 foots. And brand new Arcadia cloth on all the tables. Just in time for the Q Sports Live Invitational Tournament, which is just around the corner. Going to start next Wednesday, a week from yesterday. Make sure you guys tune in for that as well. Promises to be a fantastic event with lots of talent. Amalia made a really good shot on the 1. Equally good shot on the 2. And she's in really good shape now to close out this set. So let's see what she chooses to play from the 3 to the 4. I like the first option she looked at. Soft draw, play the 4 into the lower right next. Oh, and she tried to punch it all the way out to play the 4 into the side or the lower left, and she's landed pretty good to play this in the lower left. Another soft draw shot. I see nothing stopping her here except herself. And I can't see that happening with how well this young lady has been playing. One good shot is really all that was required, and that was it. 5's easy, 7's over the hole, 8's right next door, 9's near the 10. I'm pretty sure she's going to be finishing this one off. Red Deer is a nice place to visit. Indeed, Alberta in general is a beautiful place. Oh, you have to scroll back a while to find the Schmidt videos. With the Predator tables coming in, is Leather Pocket's going to change their name? It's not Leather Pockets, it's Leather Pocket, despite what one of my shirts says. I don't know if they'll ever change the name. I doubt it, to be honest. I think he loves the name. Amalia with 2 balls left to close this one out and get herself into the final 16. If she makes this 10, she'll be playing tomorrow in the single elimination bracket. And she drills it. 4-1, 4-0. Fantastic shooting from Amalia there. She did not let up one bit. Took down this match 2-0. Moving on into the single elimination final 16 tomorrow. Eric, I'm not exactly sure how old Amalia is, but I can inquire. So that was the final match of the evening. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in today, commented along with me. All the great comments. I really appreciate it. Congratulations to all the players who've made it into the final 16. We look forward to bringing you all the coverage right from 10 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow morning all the way through until around the same time as tonight. Full coverage. So I will leave you guys with a poster, our outro video, and then I'm going to head over and get myself some dinner and a full night's rest. Cheers, everyone. Have a good night.